Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in and spending your time with me on the latest Diecast Emporium video. Today we're going to take a look at the other Bomag Fiat Group model that I recently got in 1 to 50 scale. This is the Kaster Models Bomag BM1000-35 cold planer / milling machine / pavement profiler / a million other names for this particular type of machine. But it's a really cool model and a decent representation of the real machine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging, some of the details, and the functions of the model as well. So as you can see, it comes in the clear windowed box for most Bomag models produced by Kaster. There is quite a few of them. There's a couple different pavement profilers. There's several different compactors. One of them is an asphalt compactor. Another one is a landfill compactor. There are several that are single drum compactors, soil compactors. So there's quite a lot. On one end of the box, you can just barely see a picture of the real machine there. So, looks quite nice. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get this thing open. Now, if you haven't yet watched the paver model, I'll basically say the exact same thing I said in that. If you're watching this in the United States, these are not easy to get your hands on. Unfortunately, you're going to have to find them overseas for sale, and they can get quite expensive. But if you spend a little bit of time and do your due diligence, easy for me to say, you should be able to find one without having to remortgage your house or apartment. So here is the model. Now, if you have one, this is approximately the same size as the smaller Ferguson by NZG cold planer, just to give you a rough size estimate. However, it's nowhere near as nice. It's nice, but it's not that nice. So the first thing that we'll get into is some of the function. As you can see now, it's basically kind of folded down for transport mode. The conveyor mechanism can be folded down more. You can also move this left to right should you want to do that. However, one of the biggest disappointments on this model, and this should absolutely be a must on every cold planer model, is that there's no height adjustability. So unfortunately, you kind of get what you get. And really, if you look closely at it, it really sits kind of sideways, almost. The seat does push out. Also, you can raise the canopy up. Also, you can put the little standing platform down. But be careful, because it feels like it's going to fall off. And you can also push both of those back in. On the right-hand side of the machine, you have one of the tracks folded in for tight milling up against a curve, for example. Or you can have it directly outside, like that. The engine housing doesn't pop open. It doesn't do anything spectacular. Looking underneath, here's some good attention to detail, actually. The milling drum and its tungsten carbide teeth do move, as you can see here. However, it is not removable, and you can't swap it out for different pieces like you can on the Ferguson one. That is similar to this. Also, if you take a look at the rubber tracks on this machine, it looks like maybe a 5-year-old applied the paint on them. So, while a skilled collector can easily match the red paint and fix that up, it's still somewhat annoying considering what you pay for this model. I would have expected a little bit more attention to detail and finish on it, but as a reviewer, you know, it's great to point out the nice things, but you also have to point out where some shortcuts were taken as well. There is some adjustability on the tracks, and the front ones do steer. They are linked. But again, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, the most unfortunate part about this is that they are not height adjustable. Moving on to the underside of the main part of the machine that discharges up the conveyor belt into the dump truck. You can see a nice plastic hose, which I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that would take water to the belt to keep the dust suppression and keep the dust down. This is all perforated through and looks great. The belt is rubber, as I mentioned before, and it does fold up. If we put the machine right ways around, once again, you can see that there is one mirror on the left-hand side of the machine, and the main conveyor does rotate left and right. There also is a decent range of movement in terms of up and down on the conveyor. But still in all, if you're filling a low-sided dump truck, or even some American dump trucks, the conveyor is tall enough to discharge into the back of the truck. So, long story short, the Bomag BM1000-35 coal planer is a decent model made by Kaster scale models. It certainly, in my opinion, is not worth the asking price, which is what you have to pay, along with paying a ridiculous amount for shipping outside of the United States. But if you have to have a Bomag profiler and you're a fan of these machines, then I guess it's worth it. Otherwise, I would wait till some other profilers come out. Or, if you kind of want the top of the line, at least in this size of coal planers, I got to be honest with you, I would recommend just spending a little bit extra money and getting the NZG Virkin profiler in this scale. I don't think you'll be disappointed going that route. As always, guys, thank you for tuning into the video. If there's something I missed, or if you have any other questions or comments or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below. As always, thank you for watching. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.